Hey everyone, I am Kyle Green. I am the professor of your course. You can call me Kyle, you can call me Professor Green, you can call me Dr. Green, although I'm not a huge fan of that. Unfortunately, I cannot be there on the first day of class. I have a doctor's appointment that's been lined up for about a month and a half, and unfortunately, it falls on Friday, which is when we begin. In retrospect, it's probably the best day to have to cancel class because the goal is just to go over the syllabus, and I'm going to do that virtually. So that's what you're going to see in the rest of this video. If you have any questions before I see you on Monday, feel free to email. I'll try to get back to you on Sunday, but mostly just keep those questions, right? Read over the syllabus on your own. If you have any concerns, bring that to class and we'll get to talk that through. And then we'll get right into the material. So in this video, I'll go over the syllabus and then I'll talk about what I want you to do for Monday, what you have to do for reading, and then prepare you for the class. The other thing that I'll say is that I am going to enforce and be pretty strict about the mask policy in this class. Have a good mask and wear it. Now, it is true that for vaccinated people, this strain of COVID, the dominant strain currently Omicron, does have more mild symptoms. That's on average. That means some of us might have extreme reactions if we get sick. The other thing is we don't know the immune systems of the people around you, right? So don't just do it for you. You've heard this over and over. I'm sorry to repeat this message, but the thing is I'm excited about being in person. I like the format of us all getting to have this seminar style discussion. It doesn't work quite as well online, right? I want this to be the only time that you're processing me talking to you through this medium. So again, wear the mask. We'll try to keep each other safe, and I'm hoping for a great semester. I will see you on Monday. Final thing I'll say is for those of you taking more than one class with me, that's great. I love seeing faces across my 3 courses. You're going to see an overlap in the style of teaching. There won't be anything that overlaps in terms of actual readings. Some of the discussions might overlap as well, but you're going to see this part of the video 3 times, and then it'll be different when you get to the syllabus. So again, apologies for not being there on Friday, and I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. Email me if you have questions before then. Otherwise, just show up ready to talk, and we're going to get right into the material. Sociology of the body. Don't tell my other classes, but this is probably my favorite course to teach. I've only had a chance to teach it once before. It's a new course that I brought to Brockport. It's in my area of expertise. I think it's a really fun collection of readings and ideas. I also like the assignments for this course. But yeah, don't tell the other courses, but this is probably my favorite course that I teach. So what I want you to do, read through the syllabus on your own. You already know when the course is taking place. You know where it's taking place. This is my attempt to explain. A lot of people don't know what sociology of the body is, right? What does that even mean? Oftentimes that the body isn't even a key part of what we study in sociology. So why would this be the focus? And then again, what do those terms even mean when put in connection with each other, right? So read this description. Especially it lays out the 3 different ways that I understand this area of study, right? So read through this, think about the goals that I have for the course. The other thing I want you to do, and I do this with all the syllabi that I put together, is I always choose a series of pictures that I think bring up some of the key questions or themes or topics that we're going to cover during the semester. Here's some of the pictures I've chosen. And another sign that this is my favorite course, usually I have 3 pictures per syllabus that I put together. I've got 4 pictures here, and then if you go further down, I think there's how many more? There's 3 more. So look at all these pictures and really think about what's being invoked by those photos. What did those artists or photographers actually capture? And we'll start next class by working through that. Again, read through the syllabus on your own. If you have any questions, if anything's confusing, bring that to class. We're going to start Monday by making sure that all of us are on the same page. All of you know what's going on. I'll just go through some basic information, talk a little bit about key things about how the class is going to function, what the assignments are going to be, and then what I expect for Monday. So I'll go through the syllabus. I'm going to try to keep this fast, but again, read this through on your own. All right, don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions. I have office hours on Tuesday and Thursday. I have it by Zoom this semester. I have a very flexible schedule on Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to be in Rochester on those days. I like holding office hours via Zoom because it's a chance to meet face to face, right? We don't have to have our masks on. We can actually see each other. It's easier in some ways. If you want to meet in person, I'm on campus Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we can find a time. So I'm happy to do that. And again, I say this in all my courses, use office hours, not just if you have a problem, not just if you're struggling in the class. Stop by to talk about some of the ideas you have. Ask me about grad school. Ask me about any wisdom I can have for your college experience. I'm happy just to talk, right? So stop by anytime. There is one required book for this course. I think it's maybe the best book on this topic. There's another that I really like, but the readings are a little bit more abstract and theoretical. So I think this is at least the most, it's a nice combination between covering a wide range of ideas, covering sociological perspectives, covering anthropological perspectives, but also keeping the readings concise and understandable. So most of the readings will be from this book. So make sure that you have the book. It's pretty essential in this course. You could technically say you live with someone else who's taking this course or you're good friends with them. You could share a book, but make sure at least one of you has it. In terms of assignments, you'll notice a few things. Where I'll talk through quizzes and reflections, discussion leader. I'll talk through this living the social body assignment. I'll talk through the ritual and the group assignment. Both of these might be a little bit complicated by COVID, so we'll think a little bit more about that. We've got the final project, which is called self-help, which is a fun project that's new for this semester. I was going to do it the semester that we had to go online for COVID, and wasn't able to complete that assignment. It was too hard online. The other thing you'll notice is there's 2 extra credit opportunities. Both of these are related to participation. And again, I'm sorry if you've heard this before because I say this in all my courses. So if you're taking multiple classes with me, you'll hear this repeatedly. I don't like forcing people to participate. I don't think it's a fair thing to do. Some of the best learners, myself at times, are more passive and like to absorb the material, right? Maybe you feel uncomfortable talking in class. Maybe it's just it doesn't match up with your personality. I encourage you to engage in class. I encourage you to have those conversations, but I'm not going to punish you. However, I will reward you if you are active because it makes the course better for everyone else. If you ask questions, if you provide examples, if you raise your hand, you can earn extra credit. The other thing you can do to earn extra credit is you can bring in examples of what we've been talking about and earn up to 1% to your final grade by talking about that example and how it relates to class. So say we had a reading on Wednesday. Friday, you send me a link to a music video, and I show that music video at the start of class, and you tell me how it relates. Or something happens in the news, right? That's the show and tell part of it. You show an example, and you tell us how it relates to class. That's extra credit. You can earn up to 104% in this class. There are no tests. I think tests are an awful way to assess sociological ideas. The only time I have tests are if you take social theory with me, I do have tests. Other than that, I don't like having them. I don't think they're a good way to test if you're actually processing the ideas and thinking through them. There will be quizzes. There will be in-class writings. That's a way just to make sure you're keeping up, right? If you're doing the reading, if you're attending lecture, if you're working through the ideas at the pace that we're going through it in class, you'll do well in these assignments. It's worth a significant portion of your grade, right? 1/5 of your grade is basically keep up, do the work, and you'll do well. Other things that you have to do. This is a seminar book club style course. That is how I teach my upper level courses. I like there to be lots of conversation. I'm the professor, so I will take the lead on guiding us through the readings. However, for every class, or for most classes, it depends how it maps out, but all of you have to lead at least 3 classes this semester. That doesn't mean that I'm going to sit back and let you do all the talking, but you're going to be really active in helping me guide us through the reading. You're going to prepare a short outline and send it to me the night before so I have a chance to read it before I go to bed, right? So you need to get it to me by like 10 p.m. You're going to include in that outline what you think is the key takeaway from the reading. You're going to include some potential questions to get conversation started, right? And I'll provide you a sheet that will help in thinking about how to be a discussion leader, but that's your responsibility. So that means that when I'm teaching, I'll have at least a few other people who are guaranteed to also have stake in making sure the class goes smoothly, and you'll be graded on that. In terms of the big assignments, we've got 3. We've got living the social body, and we've got ritual in the group. These are very similar. In living the social body, you're going to take part in an activity. You're actually going to be a participant. Then you are going to write detailed notes about your experience, about 2 to 3 pages of detailed observation, single-spaced, and then you're going to analyze it and connect it to class. It could be really anything you use your body to do in a social setting. Sitting on a bus, going dancing, grocery shopping, going to the library. You're choosing the situation, and then you're going to do this analysis. Ritual in the group is similar, except you're not going to take part in it. You're going to observe the group. You're basically going to be an anthropologist and say, here's a group of people using their bodies as a particular subculture, right? So you want to choose something where bodies are involved. Maybe you go to a sporting event. Maybe you go to a concert. Maybe you go to, you go skating, right? There's lots of different things that you can do, and you observe how people interact, right? And that's going to be one of the key assignments. Final assignment, which I think will be really fun, is as a group of people, or as a class, we're going to choose a few different self-help books. You're going to go to the library and you're going to choose a book that in some way tells you how to improve your life. After we choose a few books, each person gets to choose which of those books is most interesting to them, and then you're going to work on creating a poster that guides us through how the book exerts power upon us. This will make sense as we get into the actual class. But that's the final assignment. It should be fun. You're going to do a poster based on this book that you're going to read. All right. I already talked about show and tell, the potential extra credit. Other things, look at the rest of the syllabus on yourself. I talk a bit about writing. I talk about paper format. Obviously don't cheat, general classroom behavior, all that type of stuff. Read through. It's important, but I think you know it at this point. Most of you are juniors and seniors. Some of you are sophomores, but I think you're all ready for this. Other things that I'll point out, don't be late. That's kind of common knowledge. If you're going to be late, let me know. I know it sometimes happens, but try to avoid it. And then in terms of attendance, I don't punish you if you miss class, right? That's kind of on you. I do take attendance because I'm required to at Brockport. It affects financial aid and things like that. And we want to make sure that people aren't just disappearing and just not coming to class at all. I'll email you if that's happening. But the way you're punished is that if you don't do work, if you miss an in-class writing, if you miss a quiz, that hurts you, right? You can't make it up unless you have an excused absence. Now, all you need to do to get an excused absence is tell me in advance. If you know there's a day that you're going to miss, or if something's going on in your life and you just can't make it to class, just tell me and I'll accept that. But you have to tell me in advance, right? So let me know. Or if you have an excused absence and then you tell me after, it's fine if it's a very traditional excused absence. But everything else, just tell me in advance. I think that's all that I need to bring up. Again, look at the pictures. For next class, we have 2 readings. Both of them are on Blackboard. Both of them are very accessible. Together, they're a little bit long, but you don't need to read every detail. The first week is us trying to figure out what does it mean to study the body through the sociological perspective. Well, here's a starting point, right? Read through this and we'll start to think about what themes, what ideas, similar to these photos, but what's actually being invoked here. We'll try to get through all these readings. There's a chance I end up cutting some of them. The more we talk, and that's the other thing I'll say, the syllabus is a plan that we can deviate from. We'll try to stick to it, but say we're having an amazing conversation about this article. It's a pretty dense article. Maybe it takes 2 days, right? That's completely fine. There is no obligation to get through all of this. These are readings that I enjoy. These are readings that I think you'll find interesting. It's fine if we don't get through it all. So that's all I want to say. I will see you in class on Monday. Come with any questions that you might have. Make sure you do the reading, and I look forward to having a good semester.